So recently I've been thinking about cocooning. I read this thing on Substack the other day in an article titled "Love is About Being Invested in Someone's Continual Expansion" by Henrik Carlson. And the quote is, "Being young and lost, we made our relationship into a cocoon, a place where we felt safe enough to, well, what is it that caterpillars do in cocoons really? Dissolve themselves into a nutritious soup and assemble a new self." Yeah, it was like that. And ever since I read that, I have thought about it every single day, multiple times a day, because I think it's just so reflective of being in a transitional period, whether you've just graduated or you're moving to a new city, you're making new friends, you're trying new hobbies, you're starting a new career, all of which are true for me. You know that the actions that you're taking are building towards something greater, but right now you just kind of feel like soup. Something that I found really comforting in all of this is that, like, in the same way that caterpillars have all of the proteins, all of the enzymes, all of the genetic material that they need to turn into a butterfly or a moth, you also have all of the tools that you need to transform into your best self, even if you don't know where it all goes yet, even if you're still like figuring out how to dissolve and reconstruct yourself into the person that you want to be. And I don't know if you've ever hatched butterflies. For me, this was like a formative childhood experience. But way back when I was like 8 years old, I remember thinking that for weeks it looks like nothing's happening. From the outside it looks exactly the same for what feels like literally forever, until one day all of a sudden a butterfly pops out. And if you didn't know that that was a chrysalis, you probably would have just like strolled right past without seeing it, for the miracle that it is. And like that miracle, that's you and that's me. And it might look from the outside like nothing's happening, but every mistake that's made, every fall that's taken, everything you do that isn't exactly what you think your best self would do, but that is moving in the right direction and that you can learn from, is another piece of that nutritious soup that is locked into its correct place. And you might not feel the progress today or tomorrow or next week, but one day you're gonna wake up and look back and realize that you're a completely different person and that you've hatched and you're not the soup anymore. But the time you spent as the soup made you who you are. If any of this resonated with you, if you also feel like you're in a cocoon or a chrysalis, if you feel like a nutritious soup, you are welcome here. I'm doing a 30-day challenge to reach that best self, that butterfly self. So at least until the end of June, I will be here filming and posting from inside the cocoon, and I would love to have you. See you tomorrow.